Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, man, we got early season report card grades for every NBA team. So it is important to know, it says down here, this is relative to expectations. So you gotta have like based off of that. But yeah, man, let me know in the comment section below. What's your favorite NBA team and what would you grade them thus far in the NBA season? I am recording this on 11/24/2021. Whenever this video goes, it might actually be today. I don't really know, man. But that's where my thought and processes are based off of, okay? So anything before that, anything after, I cannot really control. But yeah, let's go ahead and get going on this. So the first team we have is Atlanta Hawks with a C-, man. I'm actually going to give them probably closer to like a D+. They are currently 9-9, 11th seed in the conference. I was just, based off how they were last year in the playoffs and stuff like that, man, I was hoping for a lot more early on. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things that factor into them not being as good, but hopefully they can turn things up for the 75% of the other season. For the Boston Celtics, we have a C for them. They are currently 10-8, so in the playoff run at least. I think average is probably a good way to put it, because there is things to look at, like Jaylen Brown missing time and everything. So yeah, you got to put that into consideration. So a C feels about right. I'm okay with that grade. For the Brooklyn Nets, we have them as a B. So they're currently first place at 13-5, which is really scary, the fact that they have a B based off that and not having Kyrie Irving, because you can really see with this team here, man, like they definitely have another like gear they could shift up to as far as being an even better offensive team. I still think we've not seen this team at full potential, even without Kyrie Irving, right? Next up, we got the Charlotte Hornets at a B. They're currently 11-8 on the season. Yeah, definitely a team that's had its ups and downs. Like, literally, it's like really one or the other with them. But looking like a playoff team, man. And I love their young core and everything. So a B feels pretty good. I might even say a B+, because if I remember correctly, they ended the season last year pretty rough. So I'm going to give them a B+, because they've really went out and just showed that, they're kind of the real deal, man. Next up, we got the Chicago Bulls with an A. I am going to give them an actual A+++. Like, this Bulls team had a lot of criticisms in the offseason as far as just being talked about, like, oh, this is just a team that just kind of picked up whoever was available, man. It's like, oh, because it wasn't really a deep free agent class and stuff like that, but all the moves they did was for a certain reason, and it's worked out, and the team looks great. So, and they're definitely going to be a contender in the Eastern Conference. I don't care what anybody says. Next up, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers with an A+++. Well, there we go, man. They're currently sitting at 9-9 on the NBA season on a 4-game losing streak. Now, a big part of that is, well, for one, Colin Sexton's out for the entire season, but also Evan Mobley, has been injured and stuff too, man. But yeah, it's Isaiah Stewart, bro. You all see him in the background. I think A++. Well, I mean, based off expectations, yeah, I suppose. I might just say an A+. I don't know about +++, but A+ for sure. Next up, we got the Dallas Mavericks sitting with a B-. They're 10-7 on the year. Luka's missed some times and stuff, man. And, Kristaps missing time, so kind of the injury bug yet again. Expectation-wise, I mean, yeah, they're playing like I expected them to at this point in the season. So I say a B- is fine. Next up, we got the Denver Nuggets with a B. So the Nuggets are currently sitting at 8th place in the Western Conference at 9-9. I mean, another team that's just been absolutely destroyed by the injury bug. I'm pretty sure they just lost PJ Dozier for the rest of the season. I know Jamal, Michael Porter might be out for the entire season. So, yeah, it's really hard to grade a team when they have that much bad luck. But the fact that they're still in the playoff hunt, I mean, having Jokic, you would expect them to be. So, yeah. Next up, we got the Detroit Pistons at a C-. I was actually thinking what I would give the Pistons for a grade. A C- was actually kind of what I was thinking about. I mean, yes, expectation-wise, I knew we weren't really going to win a lot of games this season. I was hoping that we were going to be better closing out games at times. I don't know if you guys watched the Miami Heat game or anything like that. I'm sure you probably didn't unless you're a Heat or Pistons fan. But even in that game, like towards the end, the Pistons had a nice lead, and like we just didn't like close out the fourth. And that's been the issue with the Pistons so many times in years past. Next up, we got the Golden State Warriors as an A. I think they're just as worthy as an A+++. Just because they're still not at full strength. They're 15-2 on the season. And, man, I said before the season, I said Warriors champions, and people laughed at me, man. So it just goes to show how much people forgot about this team and when at full strength, which they aren't even yet, how deadly they can be. Okay, next up, we got the Houston Rockets at a D-. Yeah, they're 1-16 on the year. I actually agree with the D- ranking just because I know there was a lot of hype about Kevin Porter, this season, him shifting to the point guard spot. It seems to not be working. In a few days, there will be a Houston Rockets rebuild on my main channel, Crispy Flakes, so go check that out. But, yeah, it just seems like some of the experiments are not really working out. And at some point, you don't want to like force things and there's choices to be made. It's like, I know people want Kevin Porter and Jalen Green to work in the backcourt, and maybe in the long term it can. Maybe it's some growing pains, but some choices will have to be made, and more will be exposed over time. Okay, next we got the Pacers at a C-. They are currently 8-11. I'm giving them an F because I know this team, this roster, is capable of so much more. And I know they've had injuries and things along those lines, but I thought bringing Rick Carlisle was going to help things out. I don't really know, man. I don't really know what to say about the Pacers. I really don't. I was like they have a nice veteran roster. So I was even like Chris Duarte has been like a great rookie and stuff, man. So maybe an F is a little rude considering some of the injury history and stuff, but thought this was either going to break out again, man. I don't really know. So next up we got the Clippers sitting at a B+. So they are 10-8 in the NBA, doing the best they can without Kawhi Leonard. Paul George has been nice. So yeah, B+. Which is good for expectations, knowing that Kawhi was going to be out. Next up, we got the Lakers at a C-. So the Lakers are 9-10 on the season, man. I'm giving them a D+. Russell Westbrook, has been able to what's it about breaking LeBron? This team is not good without LeBron James. Yeah, when LeBron doesn't play, it's a worse team. But even when LeBron was playing, man, the Westbrook-LeBron experiment, still, I don't know, not looking great. Not looking great. And just looking at the roster and what people were expecting with this team, there's a good chance this might be the next big super team that never worked out that you see on a YouTube video 5 years from now. Next up, we got the Memphis Grizzlies at a B. So the Grizzlies are 9-8 on the season. John Morant has been absolutely phenomenal. He's probably going to get most improved player at this point. Not much more to be said, man. Keep on doing your thing out there, Memphis Grizzlies. For the Miami Heat, we got an A-. They're 12-6. Yes, I love Kyle Lowry on this team, but I'm giving the biggest shout out to Tyler Hero, who a lot of people were really roasting last year. And he's just taken over, man, and just gave this team another gear based off his style of play and, how he brings it every single night. For the Milwaukee Bucks, we have a B for them. So they are right now 10-8 on the season. Started off with a lot of injuries. I know Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday. I think Giannis missed some time too even. So, yeah, we knew this team was going to probably have a slow start to the season. Just a lot of fatigue and stuff like that. But as long as they're good to go by the end of the year, that's when it's important. So, yeah, rest up. Make sure you guys are good to go and healthy. Next up, we got the T-Wolves at a C. So the T-Wolves are 8-9. I'm sorry, man. I'm going D- for the T-Wolves. They had such a good ending to last NBA season. I thought they were going to explode this year. Anthony Edwards has been great. They have, based off what my expectations for them were, they've disappointed. And I hate saying that because I wish the best for this team. But I don't really know what's next, man. I guess they're on a 4-game winning streak. I'm seeing that right now. They're on a 4-game winning streak, so I guess that's something to talk about. But hopefully it sticks. Hopefully it sticks. So, yeah, maybe I was a little harsh. Maybe a C-. Next up, we got the Pelicans sitting at a D. Yeah, it's hard to give them an F when Zion hasn't played. But, yeah, a D is fine. Even with Zion, you still feel like this team wouldn't be all that great. And, I like Valanciunas, but Devontae definitely was a downgrade from Lonzo Ball and everything. So, and I still don't really know if Ingram and Zion are a great fit next to each other in the long term. Next up, we got the Knicks at a C-. So the Knicks on this season are 10-8. I think a C- is, I think that's a little disrespectful. I would say maybe a C+. Like you probably could have expected this team to be a little bit better in the win department, just a little bit. But expectation wise, I might even say a B-. I'm not extremely they're in the hunt with every other team in the Eastern Conference. I think that's good. Next up, we got the OKC Thunder at a B+. So the Thunder right now are 6-11. They are on a 3-game losing streak. But, with the Thunder this year, you didn't really expect them to contend. What you want to see is, some of the young players really bust out. You got Giddey that's playing great basketball. Shea's obviously an all-star player. Dort's been great. I have been very disappointed with Pokusevski, but hopefully he gets there in time. So, yeah, we'll see. Next up, we got the Magic sitting at a C with a 4-14 record. Yeah, same song and dance as some of the younger teams in the NBA. You're not really concerned about the wins. You're more concerned about seeing which guys step up. And Cole Anthony's been great. Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs, I don't really know what to say about him, man. Hopefully he gets there in time, but it's still very early on, and his situation's kind of where with so many guard play on the Magic already. Next up, we got the 76ers at a B+. So the 76ers right now are 10-8 on the season. They are 4-6 in their last 10 games. Yeah, all things considered with the expectations, and Ben Simmons not playing, Joel Embiid missing a lot of time, Tobias Harris missing time. The fact that they have not completely tanked is huge, man. Like, Tyrese Maxey, all those guys, like even Tobias Harris playing now, like they're doing a good job of at least maintaining until things get better. Next, we got the Phoenix Suns as an A-, A+++ for the Phoenix Suns, man. Currently the best team in the NBA with a 13-game winning streak. Now, you might want to say the Warriors. I'm just talking about in the moment right now, a 13-game winning streak. Like, you got to be talking about that. 14-3 overall. Had a slow start to the season, but it looks like they're never going to lose at this point. So, yeah, A+++. For the Portland Trail Blazers, we are going to have them as a D right now. They're on a 4-game winning streak. So I guess the D is fine. Pause. The D is great. No, the D is okay. My expectations was the Trailblazers were going to be pretty average this season. It's sitting at 10-8. Appears to be the case. So yeah, they've met my expectations. I was hoping for some more changes in the offseason. Didn't happen, but I'm done talking about that. I've talked about so many times with this team. The Kings at a D-. So they are currently 6-12. I mean, good job firing Luke Walton and, you know, doing a new change there, but it just has you wondering, looking at the roster, like what happens next to get this team in the right direction. Does that involve maybe trading a guy like a De'Aaron Fox? I don't really know, man. Don't really know. Next up, we got the Spurs at a C+. They are 4-12 on the year, currently on a 5-game winning streak at the making of this video. Yeah, expectation-wise, they're doing what they need to do. They're losing basketball games. They committed to a full-on rebuild. They're doing that, and yeah, they're doing fine with that. Toronto Raptors at a B-, so they were going to be my comeback team of the year. They're currently at 8-10. I think they'll be in the running for at least the play-in tournament. Scotty Barnes has been great. A B- is good, based off expectations. Next up, we got the Jazz at a B-, so they're 11-6 on the year. I would probably say like a B or a B+. Like, expectation-wise, they are who they are. Like, the Jazz have been pretty much the same team for a few years now. So, yeah, I mean, I guess they're not in first place, but they're still doing things out there. Next up, we got the Washington Wizards at a B+. They are currently 11-6 on the season. I'm sorry, I'm giving them an A. It was known as the Westbrook trade. Now it's known as the Wizards trade, man. Plain and simple. The guys they brought in overall have all been great. Denny Avila has taken a huge step this season just as far as, like, you know, just growing as a complete all-around player and everything. So that's been nice. Bradley Beal being able to defer to some of the team at times has been great. So yeah, man, you love to see it. But that is all we have for this video. Do you guys agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.